Indigenous languages from around the world are being celebrated at this year's Barunga Festival, 400 kilometres southeast of Darwin. Each year, the three-day celebration of music, sport and culture draws thousands of people from across the country. Felicity James is at Barunga.
Barunga's school children have been waking up festival goers this weekend with songs they've written in their own language and in English. Their latest song has a message to help prevent the high rate of rheumatic heart disease in their community and among their classmates.
For people in the community, but also people that are living outside of the communities and don't have the same understanding, I guess.
This morning was its first performance and it will be screened tonight on the main stage. The film will be screened and hopefully the song will roll out and become a massive hit.
Indigenous language is the theme for this year's Barunga Festival, held each year in this tiny remote community about a 4-hour drive from Darwin. This woman travelled all the way from Taiwan to share her story about being forbidden as a young girl to speak her mother tongue.
Until I was about 10 years old at primary school, I wasn't allowed to speak my native language at school, but I spoke my Indigenous language at home.
She says she understands how losing language can destroy a person's identity. The festival began as a sports event in 1985 and has expanded to include music and the sharing of cultural practices like yidaki carving, weaving and bush medicine lessons.
It's really good for all of us, especially our women, coming together from different communities, getting together as one and teaching all our kids, all our girls especially, teaching about their culture.
This is also the place where more than 30 years ago the late former Prime Minister promised a treaty with Australia's Indigenous people. At last year's festival, the Territory Government promised it would start working on its own treaty.
Barunga residents say they'll continue opening up their home to Indigenous and non-Indigenous visitors.
I really want to experience the Aboriginal culture and sports and everything about it.
It's really important for them to come and sit in and have a yarn too, to have a talk with us.
To encourage greater understanding about the place of culture and language in their lives. Felicity James, ABC News.